Kenny Pickett. Remember the name, a name that echoes through the stadiums and resonates with fans. That's what they were saying in Philly. The city was buzzing with excitement and anticipation. The former Pittsburgh Steeler, brought in to be the heir apparent. A new chapter in his career was about to unfold. He burst onto the scene, flashing that big arm, that winning smile. His confidence was infectious, and his talent undeniable. Eagles fans dared to dream. Practices were electric. Every throw, every play filled with hope and promise. Word on the street? Pickett was out playing Jalen Hurts. The whispers started. Could this be the beginning of a new era? Could Pickett take the starting job? It wasn't crazy talk. This kid had it. The potential, the drive, the determination. But the NFL is a cruel mistress. It tests you, pushes you to your limits. Just when you think you've got it figured out, she throws you a curveball. Challenges arise when least expected. And for Kenny Pickett, that curveball came in the form of a slump, a bad one. The journey was far from over, and the road ahead uncertain. The interceptions started piling up. The once crisp throws now sailing high, bouncing off receivers' hands. The confidence that oozed from Pickett just weeks ago replaced by doubt. The whispers changed their tune. What happened to Kenny Pickett? The pressure, the bright lights of Philly, it was all getting to him. The coaches started to worry. The fans, those fickle creatures, began to grumble. The backup quarterback competition, once a foregone conclusion, was now a full-blown battle royale. And in the wings, a new challenger emerged, hungry to steal Pickett's thunder. His name? Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee, 6th-round pick. Afterthought. Or so everyone thought. While Pickett was busy throwing picks, McKee was quietly putting in the work. He studied the playbook, learned from his mistakes. He was like a shark smelling blood in the water. McKee had this swagger about him, a quiet confidence that Pickett seemed to have lost. He was making throws Pickett could only dream of. The coaches took notice. The whispers started again, this time with a different name on their lips. Tanner McKee. Pickett was now in a dogfight. His dream of leading the Eagles, slipping away with every errant throw.
Tanner McKee.
Section 4 trade winds and fields of green. Rumors started swirling around the league, creating a buzz that was hard to ignore. Had Pickett demanded a trade? The whispers said yes. He'd seen enough of the relentless pressure and the high expectations. The pressure cooker of Philly, the ghost of his past in Pittsburgh, it was all too much for him to handle. The weight of his decisions bore heavily on his shoulders.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, their new quarterback, Justin Fields, was lighting it up on the field, showing incredible skill and determination. Irony, thy name is NFL. The twists and turns of fate in this league never cease to amaze. Fields, the guy Pickett was supposed to replace in Pittsburgh, was now the toast of the town, adored by fans and praised by analysts. Pickett, meanwhile, was fighting for scraps in Philly, struggling to find his footing and prove his worth. The December 15th game against the Steelers loomed large on the calendar, a date circled in red, a chance for redemption, or a painful reminder of what could have been. Only time would tell as the day approached.
Section 5. December Dreams, December 15th, Lincoln Financial Field. The air was thick with anticipation. Eagles versus Steelers. The crowd roared, their energy palpable as the two teams prepared for battle under the bright stadium lights. But for Kenny Pickett, it was more than just a game. It was a defining moment, a crossroads in his young career. It was a chance to silence the doubters, to prove he belonged. Every snap, every throw, every decision would be scrutinized.
There was just one problem: he wasn't starting. The weight of the bench felt heavier than ever. Tanner McKee, the new golden boy, had earned the backup job. The coaches had placed their faith in him, leaving Pickett in the shadows. Pickett was relegated to clipboard duty, his fate hanging by a thread. Each play he watched from the sidelines felt like a missed opportunity. As he watched McKee lead the Eagles' offense, a mix of emotions washed over Pickett. He felt the sting of regret, the burn of frustration, but also a glimmer of hope. Regret, frustration, but also a glimmer of hope. He knew deep down that this wasn't the end of his story, this wasn't the end. He could still salvage his career. With determination in his heart, he vowed to seize the next opportunity, to rise again and prove his worth.
Section 6, Redemption Road. The road to redemption is a long and winding one. For Kenny Pickett, it starts with humility, with hard work. He needs to rediscover that confidence, that swagger that made him a star in the making.
He needs to learn from his mistakes, to embrace the competition. And who knows, maybe one day he'll get another shot at glory, maybe in Philly, maybe somewhere else. But one thing's for sure, Kenny Pickett isn't done yet. This is just the beginning of his story.